Hey guys, welcome back. So today I'm going to be doing my collection and declutter series. Today I'm going to be working on my smaller eyeshadow palettes. So this is just one drawer full of like smaller eyeshadow palettes. These are pretty much just drugstore ones. So let's go ahead and jump right in. So I have a ton of these Wet n Wild Color Icon palettes that are super old, and I think I'm going to get rid of all of them. This one does not have a name on it. It just says limited edition on the back. But I just never reach for these anymore, so I'm going to pass this one along. This one is called Lust. This one is really old as well, and I'm going to pass this one along. This one is called Greed. This one's going to be passed along as well. This is an oldie but a goodie. It's called Vanity. I used to use this quite a bit, although it doesn't look like it, but it's just time to get rid of these. And these two look brand new. I've never used them. It doesn't look like I've used them. This one has never been opened. It's called Melrose at Night. So Melrose at Night is going to be passed along. So this one does look like I've used it, this color especially. And I guess I can tell a little bit that I've used it probably just one time. This one's called The Naked Truth, and I'm going to be getting rid of this one. This one I've never used. It's called Smoke and Melrose. This one is really old, and I'm going to pass it along, although it's gorgeous, and I loved this shade. I remember loving that color, but I'm just going to go ahead and pass this along. And lastly is this one here that I'm going to pass along, and this is also very old, and it doesn't have a name. These really old ones with 6 shadows don't have names. These are super old, guys, so this one's going bye-bye. This one is called Blue Had Me at Hello, and I've never even opened this one, so I'm probably going to try to sell the ones that I've never used. So if anybody's interested in any of these things that I'm getting rid of, you can just send me an email at the email in my description box. That's how I've sold things in my past declutter videos, but this one I'm going to pass. This one I'm also going to pass. It's called Shimmering the Night Away, limited edition, and I've never opened it before, so this one I'm going to pass along as well. This one as well, it's called Sparkle Till Morning. Never even opened it, so this one I'm going to pass along. Same with this one. This one's called No Natural Ground. I've never even opened it. It's going to pass that one along. I'm going to pass this one along. It's called Lights Camera Attraction. Never opened it. It's called A Great Glistener. I'm going to pass this one. Never opened. Brand new. This is the one in Petal Pusher. This one I'm going to get rid of. I have used it a few times, but I just never reach for it, so I'm going to pass this one along. This one I'm also going to get rid of. It's Comfort Zone. This is a very popular one, and even though I do like it, I just never reach for it, so I'm going to pass it along. This one I'm also going to pass along. It's called I Heart Matte, all matte shades. Used it maybe once or twice. It only looks like I've used maybe these colors over here. So this one I'm going to pass. I have these 4 here that I believe are limited edition in this limited edition packaging. I think I actually want to keep all of these. This one's called Flirting at the After Party. So I'm going to keep that one. This one is called Nude Awakening. I've never even opened some of these. This one is Walking the Red Carpet. And then this one is called Going in the Wild. So I'm going to keep all of these for now. If I don't like break these open soon, then I will consider selling them. Or if there's anybody that's like really interested in a lot of these palettes that I'm getting rid of, then maybe I'll change my mind. So if you're interested in these, just let me know. Alright, so I have this one here. It's the Wet n Wild Fergie collection, and this one's called Desert Festival. This one I've used maybe once, and I'm going to go ahead and pass this one along. This is also a Fergie collection one. This one is called Camouflage Couture. This one I've used maybe once or twice. I'm going to pass this one along. These are all brand new, and I'm going to pass these along. This one is the Fergie collection in Mixing Metals. I actually have 2 sets of these, so I'm going to keep one for myself, but the brand new ones I'm going to pass along. So this one I'm getting rid of. So this one's called Desert Drink. This one I have used once, but I have a brand new one that I'm going to get rid of. And I'm going to keep the opened one for myself, but the brand new one I'm going to get rid of. This one is called No Filter. I'm going to pass this one along, and I'm going to keep one for myself because I do have, like I said, 2 brand new ones. Same thing with this one. This one is called Blue Eyed Soul, and I'm going to keep one and pass one along. This is the Physicians Formula Shimmer Strips Extreme Shimmer Custom Eye Enhancing Shadow and Liner in the smoky one. These are pretty awesome. They're pretty pigmented and shimmery, and they look pretty like paired over other shadows. So I'm going to keep these. Smoky, and then I also have this one in nude. I know you guys usually like when I swatch everything in my declutter videos, but for the eyeshadow palettes I just feel like it's too much, so I'm not going to swatch pretty much everything. Might swatch something here and there. Just wanted to let you guys know that. So these are by Palladio, and these are the Silk FX all-in-one herbal eyeshadow palettes. This one is Femme Fatale. It's a purpley one. I'm going to keep it. I like the texture of these. They're really soft and smooth and pigmented. This one's Debut. It's just a nice taupey quad, and I really like it, so I'm going to keep it. And then this one is Rendezvous. I'm going to keep it. These 2 are by Physicians Formula. They're the Matte Collection Quad Eyeshadow Palettes. This one is Classic Nudes, and these are fantastic matte eyeshadows from the drugstore. I used to use these a ton, so I'm going to keep this. And this one doesn't have a sticker on the back. I don't know the name of this one, but it has like some gray tones, a little bit more cool toned, but I'm going to keep it because the quality of these is really good for drugstore matte shadows. This is the CoverGirl Eye Enhancers eyeshadow palette. This one's in Shimmering Sands. This is like an old school one. And I think I'm going to keep this because it's kind of an oldie but a goodie. Let's swatch it. I really like this shimmery color right here, so I'm going to keep that for now. This one is by Sonia Kashuk. It is the Textured Rose Monochrome Eye Quad. So that is what it looks like. And I really like these rosy tones that it has. And this one's a pretty eyeshadow topper, so I'm going to keep this. This is by Palladio. It is the Herbal Eyeshadow Quad in Copper and Chic. I used to have a bunch of these. I think I had them all, and I think I got rid of all of the others, and this is the only one that I kept. I really like this color here as the crease color, so I'm going to keep this. So these are the Essence All About eyeshadow palettes. I have 4 of them here, and this one is All About Sunrise. These are actually really good quality shadows, you guys, for the price. They just came out with 6 or 8 pan palettes like this, and I purchased them all. I plan on doing a full review on Essence. So I'm not sure if they still sell these 6 quad ones or 6 palette ones, but see how pigmented these are for drugstore, and they're super cheap. I think these were like $3.99 or $4.99. This one actually fell out and I had to press it back in there. That's why it looks like that. But I really like these, so I'm going to keep them all. I'll give you a little swatch here. This one is all about chocolates. This one is all about nudes. And then lastly is all about candies. This one I haven't used as much as the others, but the colors are like pastel. They're so pretty. This is the Napoleon Purtis Eye Trio in Atlanta. They used to sell this brand at Target a long time ago. So I think I'm going to pass on this. These are pigmented, but they're very powdery. So I'm just gonna go ahead and pass. This is the City Color Cosmetics Spice Me Up palette. And I think I'm going to pass on this one as well. I think they're pretty and some of them are really pigmented and apply beautifully in the eyes. But I think I'm just gonna pass this one. This is a Pixie Shade Quartet. And this one's called Shades of Taupe. I'm gonna keep this one. It's powdery, but it's pretty and it's pigmented, and I like that it has 2 mattes and 2 shimmers, so I'm going to keep it. This is the Sonia Kashuk Ion Neutral palette. I love this. I haven't used it in a long time, but it's really pretty. It has cool tones, warm tones, smoky colors, brow bone shades. I really like this palette, so I'm going to keep it. This one is another Sonia Kashuk palette. This one is called Ion Neutral Shimmer palette. Although this one is very pigmented and pretty, I think I'm going to pass on this one. This is a Pixie palette from Target, and gosh, I don't know what I should do. Let's see. I feel like I should pass on this one as well. They're pretty. This one's called Lucent Lid Light. I think I'm going to pass this one. Pixie eyeshadow palette actually has a drawer below with little sponge, little applicators, and it has like a highlight and a blush. Just wanted to put that in there. This is another Sonia Kashuk palette. This one's called Jewel of an Eye. Very pretty jewel tone shades. This one is very tempting to keep. I think I'm gonna pass. I really want to keep it, but I think I'm just gonna get rid of it. Or sell it, you know. These are Z palettes. These have some of my Jane eyeshadows in them. And I really love my Jane eyeshadows, guys. I'm not going to go over each color because I did a whole video on these. It's very old. I will link it below if I remember. If I forget to link it, just remind me. But I love these shadows. They're really pigmented and super affordable. So I'm going to keep this. And this one has my Mary Kay eyeshadows. And I used to use these a ton. I love these as well, so I'm going to keep this. I have 2 more palettes here with Jane eyeshadows that I'm going to keep. These palettes are actually from tkvtrading.com. I bought them a long time ago though, so I don't know if they have them anymore, but they're pretty much like a Z palette. This is the Top 10 Trendsetters eyeshadow collection from Hard Candy, and it's called Birthday Suit. This one I'm going to pass. This is a Wet n Wild palette, and it's called Coming in Latte. I did a review and tutorial on this. I will try to link them below. I'm very tempted to keep it, but I feel like I should pass it along. I think I'm just going to pass it along. Sometimes I buy these palettes to review for you guys, but in the end, I just don't use them. So I'm going to pass this. Then I have a bunch of sleek palettes. This one is the original palette. And this is what it looks like. Very pretty. But I feel like I should pass this along. This one is called Storm. And you guys, these are super pigmented. Like, super pigmented. See, it's making me want to keep these, but I should really get rid of them. Look at that pigmentation. That's insane. But I'm probably never going to use this, so I'm going to pass it along. This one is called Oh So Special. And oof, this is a hard one. I'm just going to pass it along. Just make it easy on myself and say yes, pass it along. All right, so this one's the All Natural palette. I might keep this one. I'm going to put it aside. It has a lot of matte shades. Haven't really used it too much. My friend Karen sent me some of these during our makeup swap a long time ago. So I'm going to see. I'm going to put this one aside for now. This one is Vintage Romance. I think I'm going to keep this one. I just love these metallics, and then I love these rosy purpley tones. So this one I am going to keep. And then I also want to keep this one. It's the Garden of Eden. I like these taupees and these beautiful greens. So I'm going to keep this one. And then I'm just going to keep this one as well for now. I have e.l.f.'s Prism eyeshadows. This one is called Naked. This one is gorgeous, and this one looks like I haven't really used it. And the reason is because I had it previously and I broke it, so I had to buy a new one. And the new one isn't really used too much. But these shadows are incredibly pigmented. They're awesome, so highly recommend these palettes. I'm gonna keep. This one is called Smoke. And then this one is called Sunset. So I'm gonna keep this one. All right, so this one is the Maybelline Blushed Nudes palette. And although I love all the color selections in here, they're just gorgeous looking. They're just not that pigmented, and I regret buying this, so I'm going to pass. So I have a bunch of the Bare Minerals trios or quads and duos. So I'm going to include these in this video. So this one is called the Escape. But as you can see, I've hardly used this, so I'm actually going to sell it. So it's called the Escape. And then it has the two names of the shadows back here. This one is called The Vision. And this color right here is stunning. I'm going to keep this one just strictly because I like this color. It's like Max Blue Brown pigment. It's gorgeous, so I'm going to keep that. This one is called The Nick of Time. And this one, I really like this color right here. This is going to be a hard decision. I'm going to put this one aside for now. So this one is called The Winner Is. I'm going to go ahead and pass this one. This one is called The Epiphany. This one's really pretty. I'm going to keep this one. This one's called The Top Shelf, and this one's gorgeous as well. I'm going to keep it. And then I have this little sample here. And it's the same as the one in the top shelf. Yeah, it's the same one. And I think those look like full size almost. Oh, maybe a little bit smaller actually. This is brand new, I've never used it, so I'm going to pass. This one I think I'm just gonna go ahead and pass on this one. This one was called The Nick of Time. I have these. These are the Bare Minerals Ready eyeshadows, the 8 shadow palettes. This one's called the Cocktail Hour, and I believe these were limited edition. So I'm going to pass on this. Used it maybe a couple times. So if anybody's interested in purchasing it, let me know. This one is called The Finer Things. This one I'm going to pass as well. This is the Too Faced eyeshadow collection, and it's the Teddy Bear and Blonde Ambition quad. This is older from a collection, limited edition. I'm going to pass on this. These are really pretty and pigmented though. Let me just show you. Look at how pigmented those are. It's very tempting to keep it, but I think I'm just going to go ahead and let it go. This is the Bare Minerals Ready 4.0 eyeshadow quad in the Dream Sequence. This one, these are really hard. I'm like debating if I should keep it. I really like the colors in here. I'm gonna put this aside for now. This one is called The Happy Place. I'm gonna go ahead and pass this one. Used it a few times. This one is The Truth, and I'm gonna pass this one. Used it a few times as well. This one is called The Rare Find, and I'm going to pass this one along. This one I'm going to pass along as well. I'm just going to go ahead and do it. Just get rid of it. So if anybody's interested in buying any of these Bare Minerals ones, let me know. This one is limited edition. The packaging is really pretty. This one's called The Next Big Thing, and it's beautiful, but I'm going to pass. This one is called The True Romantic. It's also limited edition. The packaging's really pretty. I'm going to pass on this one. Alright guys, so I do have some more smaller palettes, but I think I'm going to just include them in the next video. So let's count up all the palettes that I'm getting rid of because I have a lot.
So 1, 2, 3, 4, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12.
So that's like 12 Bare Mineral ones.
13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43.
44 palettes total. That is amazing. So thank you guys so much for watching. I love you. Have a great day. Bye.